Last time on Bardock After, he achieved the legendary form of a Super Saiyan, the first one in the series to do it, and it was spread across the universe. After encountering and killing one of Frieza's ancestors, word eventually gets back to Frieza himself, and this is the final part in the long-awaited story of Bardock After. If you haven't watched my videos on this story, to sum it up as quick as I can, when Frieza is about to kill him and the rest of the Saiyan race, a Yardrat teleports in to save him. Bardock then goes on to learn the way of the Yardratian people by mimicking their instant transmission and even wearing their clothing. Throughout the story, Bardock portrays this mentality of needing to avenge his race. That's his only goal now. Frieza needs to die. Along the journey, young Jiji introduces a new Saiyan called Popol, and he's kind of like Bardock's sidekick in this. They run into the Emperor Chilled, who is, like I said before, one of Frieza's ancestors. During this fight, Bardock unlocks Super Saiyan, and this is where we go into the final chapter. This newfound power of Bardock's has overwhelmed Chilled. In this very moment, Bardock right here is the original Super Saiyan. And what this story is trying to tell us is that all the legends that the Super Saiyan form had around it, with Frieza being paranoid to Vegeta thinking it's the ultimate form of the Saiyan, all started with Bardock coming from nothing to overpowering and eventually killing Lord Emperor Chilled. So when Bardock kills Chilled, straight away, he's not satisfied. Chilled was never his main target, it was always going to be the man who wiped out his race. Frieza. After the fight, Bardock flies down to Popol, and since Popol died in the last chapter, and buries him the exact same way that Goku did to Vegeta on Namek, which is such a nice touch that we'll get into later, but now that Bardock is a Super Saiyan, he has more than enough power to go straight to Frieza and kill him. With instant transmission, as Bardock is about to scout out the power of Frieza, his mind shuts down. When Bardock sees into the future, it was only ever so far. The most he ever saw was a bit of Kid Goku and then adult Goku on Namek. This time, it's different. He sees much further, the androids, the time chamber, Goku's sacrifice against Cell, even Super Saiyan 3, Bardock sees it all. His visions are taking him through all of Goku's life after he defeats Frieza. Meanwhile, word does get back to Frieza that one of his own has been killed by a surviving Saiyan, and this makes Frieza freak out. Here is where it begins. Zarbon then goes on to say that it was done by a Super Saiyan. And the look on Frieza's face says it all. He remembers back to a time when King Vegeta was still alive and told him about the legend. So Frieza decides that he doesn't even want to engage. Bardock has gotten to a level that has him scared, so he retreats. However, Frieza retreating doesn't matter as much as you'd think. Bardock has instant transmission, and if he really wanted to, he could find Frieza no problem. So why wouldn't he? It's what this entire story has been based around. Why wouldn't Bardock go straight to the source and end Frieza's life? Well, it cuts back to him, and he is at complete peace with himself, with the present, and the future. He sees into Goku's future, every single bit of it, and he realizes that Goku needs to fight Frieza. It's the biggest moment of his life and shapes him into the man he is. If Bardock kills Frieza right now with all the power he has, it will prevent Goku from growing into the man he eventually becomes, which to Bardock the father is so much more important, leaving the survival of the Saiyan race to his son. He is at ease with the world. He knows that his mission has come to an end, and that is the complete story of Bardock After by young Jiji. And in my opinion, enhanced version of the original where it shows you why Frieza was scared. Bardock was the puppet master all along. This was his plan. Everything just fits together so well, especially when you realize that maybe the reason why Goku and the Yardrats got along so well was because of Bardock. Anyway, that was the finale of Bardock After. Young Jiji is putting this story on hiatus for a while to work on Gohan and Trunks After, but let me know what you think of this story. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.